Hello ladies, thank you for joining. It's Karen here from Boho Love and Love Me Papers. First of all, excuse my nails. I've been painting yesterday with a bit of turquoise paint and I can't get rid of it, so yeah, just forgive me for this. I'm gonna show you a flip through of this kit. I've created it about 2-3 weeks ago. I actually made this kind of instantly because I had in my mind exactly what I wanted to do and I didn't want to forget, but only now I had a chance to take a picture. There's quite a lot going on in here, so I'll show you in a moment. Just before I forget, I just wanted to show you, well, you know my passion about like experiment with paper, so before like trimming it and everything, I thought I'll share with you something. So there's one more thing here. Yes, here it is. Okay, I'll do this first. So this paper, it's like a sandwich wrapper paper, so it's very thin, and to print on this type of paper I would recommend, first of all, you get like a lovely pale effect, and you can use it as an extra layers, like thin layers in journals, or when you like creating toppers, or when you're layering pieces. So I thought I'd share this. When I sent it to print, I used the plain paper plain paper with normal printing, so not the draft option and not the best quality. I went with the plain and normal. It just because it's so thin, you don't want like too much ink going with the best quality because it's just not going to absorb it too well. This paper, I only just found it. It's tracing paper, and actually I had my eyes on it for quite some time in the shop and I never purchased it. So let me grab actually one second, just here behind me, before tea staining it. One sec. So, well, here in the UK, it's from Hobbycraft. There are 50 of them in a pack. Sorry, and it's only like £2, which is not so bad. And so it comes like this. There is like a rough side to it and a smooth side to it, and it's much thicker than this paper, although the color is kind of matching. So I printed on, so if you're using this parchment paper, tracing paper, then I printed on the smooth side. With this one, I tea stained it, and I also, like, just before oven dried, I kind of sprinkled a bit of like oil, so it looks like super old. And with one of them, I wanted to see how it will turn out after printing something on it, so I thought I'd share this with you. This one, I don't know why I went with an iron on afterwards. Usually I iron the papers, but this one I oven dried just like that to get the creases, but then I lost them after ironing them. So and this one I just crushed before to get these wrinkles. So I thought I'd share this, and let me show you actually one more thing, how it looks on the parchment paper, on the tracing paper without tea staining it. There you go. That's actually a new kit. I'll actually mention something about it. I haven't made it yet. So this one, I think I also printed it on a normal, well, roughly, yeah, just about, because I made two versions of it. So this is on the tracing paper, and this is kind of nearly the same image on a card. So if again you're doing some layering, I think the tracing one will be much better and not too thick. This design actually, this kit I created for the reason that, I mean, you can see there are different layers. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of each kind of sample card. The reason, so you can actually make it yourself, like if you're using the thin one, just stick one on top of each other and tie it together. And the reason that I created this one already layered is because personally I struggled at the beginning. It's probably only like a year and a half ago that I felt like I went completely loose, and I thought I'm just gonna let go the fears of, you know, what would happen if I'm gonna stick. I think there is a process that you go through to feel comfortable, just layer things together. And if you're just starting out, then I kind of created things like ready-made for you that you can just add little things to it. And even if you're already layering yourself and you feel comfortable with this actually will save you some time if you have like images ready-made. So personally, I'm going to play with different type of papers and mixing the designs together. And yeah, so there are just a few bits. These dresses are made, and oh, let me show you the difference actually, because I printed it also. So when I'm printing kits myself, I sometimes print the same pages twice, so it gives me different options. So this paper is the tracing paper. Sorry, I wasn't going to take so much time explaining this. It's the same as this one. So this is on card, this is on paper, but I think it's very handy to have this knowledge because you get like different effects. So this is like more brownish and this is like very pale, so I think it will make an extra addition as a thin layers. And okay, so this one as well, let me move this. Okay, so that's an extra layered ones to use as is, and you can save some time actually. Here, there we go. So I hope you can see well in the camera. So this is on the tracing paper and this is on card, so you can see the pink background darker than this one. And after making it, because after printing it I thought it might be like too large, but I'll see if it needs reducing in size. I might do it. Yeah, you can tell the difference between this and that, so just different effects, depends what you want to achieve. Right, spoke too much. I got them all mixed, it's fine. And here we are to this one. So the idea before I made this was, I knew obviously I'm going to use this paper as the book cover. Although it comes larger, I trimmed the edges, I'll show it in a moment. And I knew I wanted to create a lace bag to it. I shouldn't have sewn this before making it, because you know it always gets bulkier and chunky, and I just got too excited. The idea of this kit was basically to mix like natural colors with a bit of light pink. So there is a bit of light pink everywhere, and I think it's just beautiful combination together. This one I got from India. I think I used it in another kit, so it came a set of 2, so I used the 2 of them. And yeah, in one of my travels, usually winters we spend in India, it's actually much cheaper for us, like instead of like turning heaters here in the UK. My husband doesn't work during the winter, I don't have that much work either, so we usually we just go to Goa in India. And yeah, this is for my last trip. So yeah, right. So yeah, the idea was to create different toppers and put everything in a lace bag. That didn't happen, so I might just sew a new one, and I think you need something thicker on the back because it's I'm quite like I struggle a bit to put things in. So let me get everything out. So this was, I knew I was gonna make a topper for the lace bag, so that's this one. I had to print few pages extra because I've used already one page just for this one for layering, and I've stitched some of them. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Oh, one is hiding here. What? Oh, I made it as a pocket. See, I forgot. So one of them I think I didn't stick, and I just used this as a pocket. It comes with the labels and everything. These pretty pencils I've made. So these are like, I don't have one with me. I think Rhonda used one of like a wooden birch pencil, and she used it like to hold a book. And I have a few of these pencils. So a while ago I just stuck some flowers, and I just had to take like around it with a bit of feather, and I just had to take an image of it. So this is going back here. This one, so there's quite like a lot going on. So instead of sticking everything inside the book, I just decided to create different pieces. So this one actually I'm going to show you because it's very interesting. You can make this just from, one sec, because I've printed this kit as an extra, just that I was gonna show everything that is included in the kit, but it's crazy, it's like 20 pages. So I'm just going to pick quickly the one I've used for this piece. Yeah, so here it's much clearer, this image. And it's not here? No, it's here. Right. Oh. So, just as I'm flipping through, where is that page? It's here. No. I thought I'll show you. So this is printed, although this is just a plain paper, the colors, although they are much vivid on like normal paper, rather than this sandwich wrapper, there's something very vintagey and old looking about printing with this type of paper. So, and I'll just say that there's actually a smooth and a rough side to this paper, and on this one I printed on the rough side. So this one I changed it afterwards, this bit here. I just thought it would go much nicer with like a bit of pink in here. So basically I've stuck all these, and I'll make a tutorial for this one actually for a different kit. So I've trimmed all these pieces, and with this type of tape I started to attach one piece to another. So because this is like natural color, you cannot see the tape. It's actually right here, and it's hardly, you can hardly see it. And it's such a lovely way actually even just to use with scraps, so you can hardly see it. And I basically attached one to each other, so just like that, two pieces, like there's one piece here. And with all the scraps that I believe you collect, you can create like a lovely, it's a lovely way to attach things to each other. So it doesn't need to be just that, like from this paper, but I've set it up in a way that kind of the heights are matching, in a way that you can create these kind of layering. And so this is nearly almost from one page only beside the envelope. So that's that. And there is an extra page which I printed on both sides, and this one comes as is. So I kind of created like a mini journal, mini like thin journal, and I just then added some pockets and extra bits that comes with the kit. And onto this one, that was the original topper that I was going to create for this kit. I didn't know at the time I was going to make all these extras. So I've used one of the laces from this kit as a pocket. And so I've stuck this over a few cards, added some netting fabric and a bit of lace, and added some extra things on the back and created like pockets. And this one is actually made from this paper, and what I've done, I found the middle and then I've trimmed the edges, and I printed obviously on the back as well, so it was just easier then to fill it up without the need to covering it, and I didn't want it too thick, so that's why I printed both sides. So there is nothing there. I haven't used any thick cards for this kit beside those lace frames images. And there is like a lace image here. I've stitched some bits here as well, and from all the extras I've created, so I add an extra from here, I think, or a similar image. So I know what I've done here. I've stuck it on this page from here before creating the signatures, all the way to here. So I've got pockets here and I've got pockets there, and then I've stuck extra bits here as well. Obviously everything you see here I never mix and match, so whatever you see here you can it's included in the pack. And I forgot what I wanted to say, but all these images, you can see a bit of pink here, which I stained with actually food coloring, just one drop of food coloring, so because usually it goes a very long way, because I wanted to match it to the shoe. And show the extra pages here. This is the paper that I showed you before, but this time it's printed on ivory, not white. I'm just gonna flip through. I've used these images as pockets as well. A bit of netting here. I've covered some of these images with like a layer, like a lace layer, so you can't really see the eyes, so there's a bit of mystery to it. Obviously I need to include a bit of Paris in here. I love these images, something about just not like sadness, but just something in a look that I like. So there is like a pink flower here. Oh, I hope my camera isn't, because it's kind of zoomed in, so you can see everything. And everything basically I printed both sides to make things easier. I don't think I had a blank page, so I had to run it through the printer a few times. These images also come, I have it in another kit like in pink, but I had to make this one like in a natural colors. And this is like an old French, like, is this a French or Italian? Yeah, this is from like an Italian family book. I was looking for an old French one, and I found also an Italian image. So all these bits and pieces, it's just leftovers that I had. This is from cutting the envelope because it was printed both sides, so I've used this as a pocket, so never ever throw scraps. Same here, that's from a pocket, I think, or one of the laces that I've trimmed, so I've used this as a pocket here. And the backing pages that come with this kit are just all matching in colors, and they are kind of blank. So what I try to do is, by the way, now I can see I've attached, although I have a few signatures here, some of the pages, I think I had leftovers, like pieces like this, and the book was already like done. So what I've like, and I think I already stitched the papers as well, but then I had some leftovers. So again, I just used a very thin piece of this all the way to here, and you can hardly see the joining area. So it's just a lovely method if you want to add extra bits. You can also maybe even stick fabric on top and then stick it, and then there will be like bits from fabric showing as well, which is really nice. So yeah, so usually what I do when I like align the pages together, I usually try to go for one side kind of blank and one side busy, so it's not too busy. Yeah, these are extras I'm sure that I had. So when I run out of pieces, this is when I start to use them. Use these as pockets, any extras I had. This is coming actually with a full frame, but I think accidentally I spilled some coffee or water or something over it. So this area here, it was stained. So what I've done, I've just trimmed around and I've stuck a pearl here and a bit of meshing here. I think, yeah. And then at the end, oh, these are edges. I think this I printed accidentally twice. So it was a good mistake because I had extra bits to fill in the book with. And that's it, really. I found a ribbon where it says "Unmade with Love" in these, and because it's in these colors, I've just trimmed the piece and I stuck it on the back. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will add link to this kit on both sites, Etsy and the website, in the comments. And thank you again for watching. Sorry I made the beginning too long about the type of papers, but it's just, I think, very important. I don't know, for me it's like super important because I like experimenting. Thank you so much for watching.